I want to share my appreciation with Dollar Shave Club first and foremost for partnering up with me. Yo, this company got your back when it comes to your daily grooming rituals. Guys, they have this deal for you where you can get their shave, shower, or oral starter set each for only $5. Fellas, with Dollar Shave Club, you don't gotta waste your money and your time going out and buying these products when they could be delivered straight to your door. Dude, and it's only $5. That's like a mocha latte. Just don't drink a mocha latte for a day and you'll be fine. Look, the more you buy off of them, the more you save. They call it their handsome discount. And I know you guys have a rusted old piece of razor in your shower right now just collecting dust because you're so lazy to get a brand new one. Trust me, it's worth it. You know, I thoroughly enjoy their Hawaiian and ginger face cleanser. Look, even though I'm Asian and it has ginger inside, that doesn't mean like I'm automatically prone to liking this face cleanser. I just like how clean my face feels, and I don't need to put lotion right after I wash my face. Because usually after I wash my face, I have to put on some lotion because it still feels a little dry. For their product, I don't have to do all that. Yo, these are one of the clubs that I enjoy being in. From me restoring these funky looking shoes to looking brand new, I'm doing the same thing to my face and my body. Y'all join the club with one of their starter sets for just $5. After that, the restock box ships regular size products, not the sample size, at a regular price. And you can get this exclusive deal at dollarshaveclub.com/Manalo today. I appreciate you, Dollar Shave Club, for the support. Enjoy the rest of the video. Yay! Yo, what's good, guys? It's been a minute. I'm finally back. I've just been a little busy with my things, you know. So we're here to do a restoration on these 2006 Grape 5's. Whoa, let's rewind that really quick. Yo, man, I'm not gonna lie, man. That Jumpman would look like me if I were to finish the blazing challenge off of a Buffalo Wild Wings. All right, fellas, let's just be real. I have no idea how these shoes get so dirty. Thankfully, these aren't as bad as the previous shoes I've worked on, but you know, who knows? So before the real restoration begins, all we have to do is just remove all that crud, all of that muck off of the uppers. So we are gonna be using my magic bucket. And I can't thank you guys enough that bought the magic bucket for me. You guys are some mad supporters. Like, I didn't think y'all would really fall for buying a bucket for like $80. Y'all are some weirdos. But y'all are some weirdos that I love, so it goes full circle. Alright guys, now that the shoes have been fully cleaned, it's time to do the hard work, the real restoration. So we're going to be doing a midsole swap and a repaint, deoxidizing the soles, and replacing the netting. I'm actually tripping out on how different the soles look compared to each other. Usually they oxidize the same hue of yellow, but one is worse than the other. So what I'm doing to combat this is I'm going to be deoxidizing them using my ice box, putting a little bit of Sally's 40 volume cream and some saran wrap to preserve it. So as I'm removing all of the factory glue, factory crumbled soles, you can see how much better they look, and you can see how blue one of the sole is. So the reason why one of the sole is blue is because the previous owner tried to re-glue the soles using a blue adhesive and it dyed the soles. Alright guys, so in this shot, you're seeing me struggle aligning the rubber sole directly onto the midsole gap because the donor is a different year from the crumbled midsoles. So there's always going to be discrepancy. So what I'm doing is I'm shaving the midsole down to make sure that it fits properly. So for this next step, it only applies to Jordan 5's and Jordan 6's and not Jordan 11's. Because there is no imperfections on the Jordan 11 soles, only on the 5's and 6's. And you can see that if you see other people do swaps on Jordan 5's, you can see that the soles is a little spotty. That's because they skipped this step, which is applying a thin layer of a white film. And in order to do that, you have to mix white paint with your adhesive, with your clear adhesive. I mean, there's many reasons why people don't do this. Maybe they don't know, maybe they're lazy. You know, it's just an additional step that people don't want to do. So I make sure that my swaps, my projects turn as close to factory as possible. So I try to do this step every single time. Now, when you're done with the results, it should look like this, completely white. So no imperfections off of the midsole will be shown on the outsole. So in this next shot, I'm prepping the midsoles for a reglue. I'm putting tape on the areas I don't want my glue on. This is just so I have a clean, crisp glue line, and all that's gonna be on the midsole is just the paint and no glue. So after we put on the glue on both the midsole and on the rubber sole, we are gonna let it cure for about 30 minutes. And once that 30 minutes is up, we're gonna use a heat gun to bond it together. Now to remove all of the crumbled soles off of the uppers and to remove the factory glue, so when we finally put on the midsole to the uppers, there'll be no separation since it's been properly prepped. So the previous owner tried to do the project himself, and you can see that this is not the factory glue. This is some type of third-party cement glue that he used. I have no idea what it is. Probably shoe glue. And you can see on the liner that blue adhesive that he used that dyed the soles. There's just a lot of excess glue that is on the uppers. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna try to remove it without damaging the leather. So what I'm gonna be doing first is I'm gonna be dremeling down that old blue adhesive so our bond will be stronger, and I'm using heat to slightly melt the glue that he used and rubbing alcohol to strip that factory glue. I'm sorry, not factory glue, the crummy glue that he used. Yo man, shout out to these dating apps. That's why my phone be blowing up in the shot. Hey man, honestly guys, I'm gonna be real, like I never tell these girls that, you know, that have a YouTube channel and all that, because once they find out that I have 100k subs, it's game over. They think I'm making money and all that, and I'm a handsome devil. It's cheat. That's cheating. I'm making money and I'm a handsome devil. Nah, it's game over, bro. All right guys, moving forward, you know, I heated up my bar cement super stick because I let it cure for 30 minutes. And I'm just gonna bond them together for a solid bond. So now that the soles are bonded, I'm gonna start repainting the midsoles to the proper Grape 5 colorway. But before we do any repainting, we have to strip the factory paint in order for our paint to adhere properly and not crack sooner than it should. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna remove all of that factory paint off of this donor midsole so our Angelus paint can stick to the bare midsole. You know me, I don't want to waste nobody's time because ain't nobody got a time for that. So I'm just gonna do a little video edit to make sure that the midsoles are fully stripped. So here are the colors that I will be using to repaint the midsoles: the Grape 5 and the Emerald 5. So these are a perfect match for what I am going for. So if you guys want to buy your colors, go to angelusdirect.com or go down in the description below and check out my link. So right here fellas, I will be applying a white primer base coat, so that'll eliminate any spottiness if I were to just apply my purple, my teal paint on top of the freshly removed paint off of the donor midsole. But before I put that paint onto the air gun, I have to straighten it first so there is no dried up paint that can clog my airbrush. I do recommend using an airbrush if you are going to do this repaint, because using a hand brush will take a lot longer since the purple paint is not as viscous as a white or a black. It'll take a lot more coats. So if you want an even factory finish on the purple, I would recommend using an airbrush. And for this, I will just be using a hand brush for the teeth, the shark teeth. Yo, so now that I got the primary colors done, all I'm doing is just adding the black onto the third strip of the midsole. So guys, for this next step, I will be replacing the netting with a Fire Red 5 donor. But unfortunately, I will not show how I will do this because I don't want other people replicating this step, since some people will just do it completely wrong and it'll look so sloppy that I prefer that you guys just don't do it at all. So I'm just pretty much gonna cut this with an X-Acto knife and glue it onto the Grape 5's. See, I don't want to glue this, but since I don't own a sewing machine or anything like that, this is the only way for me to do this right now. As much as I want to do it the proper way and stitch it in, I'm just gonna glue it on. So if you guys want to do this, you guys can figure it out on your own, but I'm just not gonna show you guys since I know a lot of people are gonna mess this up and they'd be like, damn, John did it, well, how come he did it so perfect and mine was so shitty? All right guys, so now going back to shaving the midsole, since the uppers are not aligning properly to the midsole donor and to the rubber sole, because like I said before, the donor midsole is made differently each time a shoe retros. So the midsole is thicker for your comfort, but because it's not modeled after the 2006 midsole, it's gonna be a little higher. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna shave down that midsole to conform to the 2006 retro. So this is pretty much the last step of the restoration. One more thing I have to do is just restitch the toe cap, but that is super easy. I have a separate video on that on a detailed in-depth tutorial, so you can look for that in my channel down below. So that's pretty much it for the restoration. If you guys did enjoy this video, please smash that like button and let me know what you guys think below by commenting down. And if you guys are not subscribed, yo, what are you waiting for, man? Click that subscribe button. And shout out to all my Bay Area supporters. You guys are growing immensely right now, and I appreciate you guys. So shout out to all my Bay Area supporters. Alright guys, I'll talk to you later. Yay! And also, please subscribe to my Patreon. It's only $20 a month, and I will give you one-on-one help on how to restore your shoes.
Mr. Tupper is evidently suffering from hallucinations.